Hey everybody. Sorry, I overslept a little bit there. Let's see if we get at least a few games here. Oh, these guys already had a little drama going on in the chat. We got asked if he could go middle, and this other dude told him to go suck an egg. Which is like, I haven't heard that insult since the 90s. Like, it's so cringe. Classic good matchup for Thresh. Not getting poked out though. I think maybe I just go Zombie Ward. Zombie Ward, Ingenious. Guardian. I think that's probably good. Chat going here. I was gonna wake up and do that tier list at like 10 p.m. and then I don't know. Just with the conferences, I just try to do too much. Run on too little sleep. So the semester should pretty much be over after next week though. I have a couple presentations I have to watch, but once I finish grading this last pack of essays, hopefully that'll open up some more time. Hey, what's up, Lucas? Tried Seraphine. She doesn't feel good. She has been nerfed a lot, so I don't know if I've tried her since the nerfs, but yeah, she's probably still playable, but she's not going to be as strong as she was, most likely. I have not played against her either in quite a long time. Her team, well, maybe I have, but I haven't played against her a lot since the nerf. So her ult is still really impactful. Most enchanters got hit pretty hard with the Moonstone changes, with the exception of maybe Sona and Soraka.
No need to rush. Death will bless us all.
Minions have spawned. A summoner has disconnected.
Those who need my guidance.
Alright, we'll start with Flay on this one. Kali doesn't have TP either. Yeah, I have seen more people getting Shurelya's. Yeah, I did get experience on that, so that's good.
In death, we become family. Screams of agony. Favorite melodies.
Yo, what's up, Nagarake? Great to see you again. Nice, you got in on that Dogecoin. I haven't been tracking the exact numbers, but I did hear it was doing quite well. Yeah, thanks so much. I think we're ahead if... Oh, what? How'd that not hit either one of them? Shit, I screwed that up. Nice. What is it now? It's like 20 cents, 50 cents. I want to try to line up kind of close to Tristana in case Leona goes for it. It's a lot easier to hit it if you're facing straight on. You can hit it sideways, going perpendicular, but that side set, we probably would not have been able to kill her, but could have hit that. Hitting the range is not usually ideal, but if it's gonna die anyways, as long as you get the cannons, I think it's okay to trade the melee for the range. I did miss the cannon off of that, but
A summoner has disconnected. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I won't be gone for long. Kindle their spirits. Why must they fear me? I do not bite. I merely collect.
A summoner has reconnected.
26 cents, nice. Yeah, that's one of those things, man. I'm glad you're making a lot of money on it. A lot of the meme stocks have, you know, are off their all-time highs, but they're still up a lot from their lows as well.
I must save them from their errant ways.
Damn it, come on, man. Come on, bruh. Do I think Gnar is a good champion? He did get nerfed on this patch, I believe. in solo queue, I'll say not. He's often not as strong as he is in pro because he can require a bit more coordination. But I have seen him do very well in solo queue. After the nerfs, I don't know. I'd probably say tier 2 or tier 3. Out of 5. Colley's just getting annihilated. Like 1 HP. It's unfortunate.
No matter the season, death.
An enemy has been slain.
I mean, I'm level 52, I think. So I could probably do some BRD. I think Sharas is 54. I think Ivern's somewhere around there.
An enemy has been slain.
53, something like that. Okay. Well, I'm kind of glad Akali got that kill because she had a terrible attitude in Champ Select, but she is pretty far behind, so...
Every spirit is useful. That is why I must collect them all.
I'm really low.
Moments.
Akali doesn't have ult. I think we just give this up, right? Nah, I think...
Don't you know? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. I held the greatest blessing. Atmosphere.
Passive Leona? You mean her passive, or are you saying that she's being passive? She's tried to engage several times. I've just beat the hell out of her every time she tries. I mean, it's extremely difficult to play into a half-decent Thresh if you're playing Leona.
An enemy has been slain.
Like, you basically have to hit the Thresh with your ult first and then go on the Thresh, or you're not going to go on anyone that's close to him.
Nothing more beautiful than death.
An ally has been slain. Killing spree.
Shall transcend.
Yeah. I mean, it is a skill matchup, but it's very heavily slanted towards... I'm not going to clear that. It's going to take too long. They could kill Tristana. Shaco could rotate on me. And that control word's really not adding that much right now. It's protecting Dragon, but Dragon's dead, so it's not worth the risk or the XP, I don't think. I do need to push in and get... I should have put another ward over the ledge there, probably. Shaco here. Leona's acting weird. They rotating? I really hope not. Okay, Jax is here.
What is the worth of a spirit?
Oh. Okay, well we got both flashes. I could have maybe flash played or flash boxed him or something. I don't know.
Screams of agony echo
What do I think of Gwen? I think she's really OP. I've only had her in my game once, but her win rate is low. It's kind of like a Kali 2.0. If someone's really good at her, I think she's too strong, but I think the general population's pretty bad on her right now. But I have not played with or against her very often. I think just one time. I'm so close on this locket. I think I'm just gonna... a couple of seconds on the locket, but... 15 seconds. So we're gonna be a little late for this, but... oh, hopefully, yeah, I mean, that's smart, Kamoy. Wait, what? The ghouls got him?
Double kill.
Yeah, we should just fight at Drake. Okay. Well, that was a play. It's two Drakes. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but obviously it would have been better to fight Drake. I maybe should have just stayed. I don't know. I was sitting on so much money, though. that. Hey, what's up, Sammy? I still think Akali is probably the best analogy. I mean, maybe she's not that great, but I've seen some pretty crazy things going on.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, right. He thought he was just gonna roll through and kill me and then roll out, I think, but he should have at least let Maiden get tower aggro.
Is to suffer. To survive is to find beauty in the suffering.
Okay, Thresh is also AD. So they're pretty much all AD, except for Corki. Make sure I use all those charges. That's actually a decent little trick, is wait till you have 3 charges and then use all 3 of them right when you're about to go over the line, so you get extra gold. Like, I got 1100 gold there, and you're supposed to cap out at 1000. Because it doesn't check, it waits like 30 seconds to check. I never thought of that before. Hey, what's up, Ben? What's up, Rob? Thanks, man. Alright,
Your turret has been destroyed.
My magic is older than.
and we've got a really short cooldown sweeper because we have Ingenious Hunter with 4 stacks, so it's pretty nice.
Spirits, alone and forsaken.
An enemy has been
Grant them
slain.
all purpose.
What the fuck?
That is why I must collect.
I didn't realize they had the tier 2 and the tier 1 down. Alright, well. So I need to be watching a little bit more. It's one of those dangerous things where if you're actually doing super well bot lane, you can get caught off guard if your other lanes are failing really hard. Not expecting the Shaco. I guess I should.
Nothing more beautiful than death.
Yeah, I need to go get more wards. What do I think about Lucidity Boots? I think it's a pretty good trade-off right now. They're actually competitive.
An enemy is dominating.
Cruelty is a gift I learned from the living.
So I'm down with it. They did nerf it a little bit. It does favor the kinds of champs that I typically like to play. But I like there being like a good alternative to Yeah, I think it's good. What waits until I'm out of combat?
Turbo shock rockets.
No matter the season, death blossoms. Life is a prison.
I put the ward there just so I had a little bit more vision while I was clearing it. I know it was going to give vision anyways because of zombie ward.
Shut down. An enemy is godlike.
Torment is such a harsh word. I prefer
I'm not sure if we can kill him. We might be able to.
no need to rush. Death will bless us all.
Will they nerf CDR boots again? They might.
In death, we
I mean, I think they're pretty clear. Like, I still think there are places where you want Moby boots. I think 950 is probably fair. They could nerf it back down to 15 ability haste, but
bless
I mean, the meta, like, as far as tanks, especially at the pro level, has been, or supports, has been tanks, right? And a lot of the tanks don't get Ionian boots, except for Leona.
An ally
A lot of them will still do mobility boots or a defensive boot,
me a
I think.
an enemy
As far as, like, your Leonas and that type of stuff.
enemy killing spree. An enemy has been
That
slain.
little fox and I once guided spirits together, but now let's save
Yeah. That's true. It was good for junglers.
Enemy is legendary.
I hope my children didn't miss me too much. What is the worth of a spirit?
Oh, I feel like this happens a lot, but I feel like I'm playing pretty well on Thresh, and then we just lose. But we'll see. I do have some playmaking ability to get us back in the game for later. Continuing the trend of getting like 10% of dragons over the last 2 weeks.
Explosive face melter.
And the final
Rising roll phoenix fire.
Legendary. turret has been destroyed.
You know, I got literally every objective. I mean, our jungler is auto-filled too, so that doesn't help.
Beautiful bang.
Fiery spirit of the Euro Inferno.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Feel my fury with your skin and face.
Screams of agony echo my favorite melodies.
Zap action.
An ally has been slain.
Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's just like, it's kind of an extreme role where there's such a huge gap in people that are good at it or not. I mean, a big part of it is you're going to get flamed more than any other role, right? People are always going to complain. It just receives more negativity because it has more spotlight on it than any other role. And you're going to just get blamed for everything. So that's what turns a lot of people off. And a lot of it's because people just don't, like, you have all this power, but people don't understand what the best thing to be doing is a lot of times. And everyone's selfish, and you have to kind of figure out what's best for the team. Right, so, like, letting that person who's feeding top, like, don't help them. Oh, the team, yeah, they don't follow up as well. It was tough because, I mean, Akali was basically AFK most of that game. She's just in and out. I think she DC'd like 5 times at least. And we were doing pretty well bottom, but just not well enough to make up for the fact that everyone else wasn't doing that well. I thought Rumble was doing all right top. I'm not really entirely sure like how we lost that. We just kind of bled out. People just died. And they got back in the game, and they got every dragon. Let me grab my coffee, and I'll be right back. All right. BRD actually does have some pretty good stuff for me. I didn't realize that. Oh, Gwen did get a hotfix buff. I didn't even notice that. I mean, her win rate was really low. Let me see. Okay, so a 10 damage increase on her base, or 5 early, 10 later. That's pretty good. Oh no. I might make a video as well about the loot stuff. I know I've been talking about it, but I actually did look up what the soft reserve loot system is, and I might have to try it out. But there were no like good quality YouTube videos about it. Just like nothing. Just look up that term on WoW, and there were no videos on it. No, you can't ban a champion someone's hovering. I think that's just really bad practice. You can ban it before they hover it, but once they hover it, I don't think you can ban it. You just have to choose if you want to dodge or not, because that's going to piss them off, right? And I think someone who's tilted or actively trying to sabotage the game is worse than someone who is just not playing that well in a game. Because now they're going to not play well and sabotage the game. So I would never ban a champion that somebody's hovering. I would just, if you don't like it, I would just dodge. That's my opinion on it. Because a lot of people aren't going to think, oh, you know what? I agree with that. I'm glad he banned that champion that I wanted to play so that I can play something that is better. He's trying to help me out. Like, no one's going to draw those conclusions, right? This guy's just thinking, you know what? I just want to play this. I want to try it out. But we might dodge. We probably should. I don't think we're in super danger of, yeah, this guy, like, these two are auto-filled. What is top is Apollo. Like, no one's playing champions. They know how to play. Awesome. Oh, someone else dodged. Okay, thank God. I was gonna hover Tom. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's never gonna be a good thing when you ban somebody's champ they're hovering. Well, it's, you know, I don't even think you have to be a nice guy. Like, I would probably not do it just for the, you know, niceness would factor into my equations, but you could completely just be totally self-interested and not give a crap about that other person. And it's just strictly because it's going to lower your win percentage a lot. I don't even think it's about politeness. He's just, he has been played some in pro, specifically with Senna, in a fasting Senna compositions. So, but as far as like solo queue, they're gonna rework him sometime, hashtag soon or soon TM or whatever. I guess that was Blizzard's thing. I don't know, but at some point he's gonna get reworked. They teased it last year, But I think they may have pushed it until next year. I'm not sure. But anyways, I looked at that soft reserve system thing that everybody always spams in chat, and it actually looks really good. Definitely for pugs. I think maybe even some of those principles would be good for like a main loot system. It's basically before the raid starts, you get to pretty much mark one piece of gear, and that's what you roll on. Basically, if that drops, whatever that piece of gear is, anyone that soft reserved that item gets to roll on it. Other people can't roll on that item. And then anything that's not soft reserved, you would just do a typical roll as usual. But that lets people sort of lock in and try to target specific pieces of gear that they might need, which can vary a little bit based on, you know, which gear you already have and things like that. So for example, if it was tier 4, you know, someone who has the tailoring set, for example, maybe they've got the frozen shadow weave or whatever it's called. Maybe they're a warlock and they've got their 3-piece shadow, so they don't need those pieces of tier gear, but maybe they really want I don't know, this necklace that drops out of there or something like that. They could soft reserve the necklace, and then other warlocks that want, you know, that maybe don't have the shadow set and they want a piece of tier gear, they can soft reserve the tier gear. So then if the necklace drops, you know, the person who already has the 3-piece of shadow still gets something. They get the necklace, rather than every warlock rolling on every item. And then, you know, the person who's already geared not feeling like maybe they don't have a, I guess I'm going to go Rakan here. This is kind of a tough matchup into Samira if I do Thresh. So I think it just lets people kind of adjust to their needs and their gear sort of preferences, and you know, get that working. So I think that's good, and that helps like motivate people to do some lower level content too. So if we're already in you know, Serpentrine Cavern or something like that, but there's a piece from, you know, Karazhan or Gruul or something like that, then people could step in. And it's something that works really well if you do have to bring in a reserve person or a pug or something like that. And you can kind of see what everyone is. I think I haven't used the app yet. I'm going to try to use it once I get to 60 and see if I can get it on some pug ZGs or something. I think that's fine. There's an app. I'm pretty sure there's like a either an app or a mod where, yeah, you can go in there, you go in the app, and you can click when you're signing up for the raid or whatever which thing you want to soft reserve, and you can see what everyone else has clicked. So that's another great thing, is you can see, oh, there's 4 people that already want this piece of gear that are in my class. Maybe I will try for this other piece of gear that no one signed up for yet. So then you have a higher probability of getting that other little piece of gear. And you can still hard reserve stuff too with that app. So if there's something that you want to do a loot council for, like a Dagger Spine trophy, or you know, something else where you want to use a different kind of loot consideration, some kind of DKP system or something else, you can take that off the list. So you can just decide that separately if there are other like really important pieces of gear, or something like patterns that might drop, something like that.
30 seconds until
An enchanting pattern or a tailoring pattern that you want to give to the really loyal crafter that's been in your guild for a long time or something like that, then instead of the pug, then you can do that.
World's gonna burn.
Yeah, exactly. The hard reserve would be if you want to loot council something, like some specific items. You'd obviously want to clarify that beforehand, but that would be something that you would tell a pug too. Be like, hey, you know, if we're picking up somebody for Gruul's Lair, be like the Dagger Spine. We're gonna loot council that for the guild, so that way they know. Okay, let me answer the league questions here. Seraphine shouldn't have been a champ. I think Seraphine's fine. I mean, her numbers were a little off before, but I think the concept's fine. I think I personally, if you've ever played Seraphine and Sona, they play very differently. I know they're themed around songs, and, you know, I get it, but I feel like they're very different. I think that she's much closer to something like a Lux than she is a Sona. I mean, there's some similarities, but it's like, are Garen and Darius, that's what I always go to, are they too similar as well? It's like they're both these thick champs that just run at you and want to just beat you to death in melee combat, who are both kind of tanky, but they play differently. Now, not like dramatically differently, right? It's not like playing Thresh versus playing Soraka, Seraphine and Sona, but I think they're different enough to be interesting. They've said they were going to do some stuff with Sona. I don't remember what it was, but I think it's also okay just to have a simple champion in the game, you know? I think there needs to be some simple champs. So I think Sona's fine as is, but
I don't apologize for doing my thing.
yeah, it's cool. I like it. I was actually very interested in it. And then they had, like, there was another part of it that people were calling, like, a +1. So if something is not soft reserved, people just roll on it like normally. But then in, like, a pug group or whatever, if someone has already received a piece of gear, then they can't get another piece of gear until everyone else that wants to roll on that has already gotten a piece of gear. So they call that +1. As far as, like, pugs go as well, like, I was reading a lot of posts, and it actually makes a ton of sense because, you know, kind of like what I said earlier, if you have, like, right now, if there's someone who's going back and maybe doing ZG in one of these pugs, maybe they just need one item off of ZG, you know, a very specific necklace or hands or something like that. And so, under normal circumstances, they may not go, because they're like, well, I'm going to be rolling against a million other people, so I don't know if I'm going to go to this pug. But, with the soft reserve, they can say, okay, maybe I don't have to roll against 10 people, maybe I just roll against 3 people for this on the soft reserve, so I'll go. So, like, it encourages people who just need, like, 1 or 2 pieces of gear from a raid, to still go. So then you can get some people that actually have some gear, you know, that are kind of geared out that just need 1 or 2 special pieces, and it makes the run a lot more likely to be successful. Because you get geared out people, and those geared out people, if you have, you know, some people that aren't as geared out, they're more likely to get gear. Because the really geared people aren't going to need most of the stuff. So, you know, kind of the noob-geared people get more stuff. So it helps out the noob-geared people who just need any gear, basically, out of the raids. And so they're cool with it. And then the people who are geared are cool with it because they have a higher chance of getting exactly what they need. So it just seems like a win-win for pretty much everybody. On the soft reserve. And the hard reserve, obviously, you know, that's just where one person's going to get it. And people are kind of mixed on that. Some people hate the hard reserve, but again, I would not mind it. For like Molten Core, for example, you have a bunch of more geared people who might be interested in going back just to try to get the legendary item, who are in BWL or maybe even AQ40 gear that just want the legendary. And so again, you can get these, you know, this geared out person coming to the raid and basically carrying you if you don't have a lot of gear so that they can get this really elite item. Yes, you can't get the elite item, but if you're brand new, I would take that trade personally. I would take some gear over, you know, no gear or a tougher run where you don't actually kill the bosses and it takes longer and all that stuff. Who did Jake Paul fight?
An enemy has
Ben
been
who? I haven't been keeping up. I really wanted to watch the Floyd Mayweather fight.
Forget my name, just call for the Lord of Darkness. Prince of Evil, the Emperor.
I know one of them was gonna fight Floyd.
I do what I want. No Star Guardian.
Yeah, no. Soft reserve, usually it's one piece. Maybe 2 pieces. Is what I understand. So yeah, you can't reserve everything. It's literally 1 or 2 pieces. And the really highly contested gear, if we want to, you know, discuss that separately, we can. Oh, Ben Askren. I'm not sure who that is, but I could go back and watch it. I think the show matches are good. I think it's good for boxing. I mean, some people have said it's turning it into a clown show, but I think it's, you know, giving a lot more publicity to mainstream people. Because boxing has kind of been on the way out, I think, in terms of, like, public popularity. You gotta respect the gold card.
Stare in the mirror. It's daily affirmation.
Yeah, we noticed, Ramus. He's up 2 levels on you.
I am bad because I'm free.
10 minutes max. Well, some of those fights go even faster than that.
an enemy has been
Yeah, I was a big fan of that system. I couldn't really see many legitimate cons about it. It's pretty brilliant. Especially the app. Like, that's another thing. It's just bookkeeping-wise for people that, you know, are trying to run the thing.
slain.
Especially at Pug, but even guild stuff. Like, DKP is just, it's a pain in the ass to keep track of that. Like, there are apps you can do that with, but Soft Reserve is just so simple, so elegant, and it lets people kind of choose their own destiny, too. With the DKP, you know, the problem I've always mentioned is everyone just saves for this, like, ultra pieces of gear, the Dagger Spine, and, I mean, you could just kind of hard reserve Dagger Spine and say, you can't get this with DKP, we're gonna, you know, loot council it or something, but another thing is it hurts reserves. Reserves, new recruits, and pugs, and we're gonna need those. 'Cause there will be people that miss on certain days, you know, all that kind of stuff. Just dead. I don't have anything.
This dance floor has one too many fools.
Yeah, she probably has her jump back. Okay, nice. But that's my thing, is it's just like, you really, like, if people are coming in and helping you out, reserve people. Then that's what feels bad, so.
Dance to the beat.
I mean, I get wanting to reward people that are loyal, that are there all the time, which is cool, but you also don't want to turn it into, you know, people that haven't been there since day 1 or so far behind, they just don't even want to bother, like, going to the raid with you, you know? It's like, well, there's no chance I'm going to be able to get anything good, because this is my, you know, because I'm usually a reserve, and I just play arenas,
Rampage.
you know, I'm never going to get any gear. Really? You think? I thought Floyd made boxing good, but, I mean, I'm out of my element, you know, I'm not a boxing expert, but I feel like greatness tends to drive people towards a sport rather than away from it, as far as, like, the public eye. I mean, maybe he changed something about it that, like, I could see an argument where, you know, his super defensive style made it boring for some people. I personally like it. I love watching Floyd Mayweather highlights, but I'm a person, I really like defense a lot of times.
The light inside me died a long time ago.
Like, even in the NFL, I'd rather see a huge hit than, like, a crazy touchdown pass. I do like crazy touchdown passes, but I don't know. I've just always been, when it comes to sports, like, really enjoying defense. EPGP. I don't know. I mean, I can study and look at these other systems, but I'm pretty high on the soft reserve. At least for pugs. I mean, I'm gonna try it out for sure. Because all of these pugs, they always need freaking healers that I see. Now, I'm not a dwarf priest, though, but I think they will take whatever priest. In vanilla, it matters a lot more because of Fear Ward, but I think if they're hard up for a healer, they'll take it. Yeah, I can try it out and let you guys know. If I could get 3 pieces of tier 2, that would be, like, really nice. Because the tier 2, you get, I think it's 15% extra mana regen while casting.
Safest for nerds.
I just wanted the assist gold. Rakarth campaign. Is that the new guy? I am gonna do it. I know I've been bad about Warhammer over the last like month and a half. I've been out. I've just been trying to catch up, like doing WoW since I switched servers or switched factions. But yeah, I probably sometime this week I'll be able to do it. No, it's specifically the set bonus, not just the stats on that item. It's unlikely. I'll have to see where that stuff drops, but I just need 3 pieces. I think I was out, but it was going to be close. I don't have any mana. I can't do anything.
Self-control is for star nerds. I choose fun.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Yeah, I'm going to lose another dragon. Okay. BWL's doable, I think.
I don't like being alone. Despite the space wizard.
An enemy has been slain.
I mean, obviously, I'd have to. You see, LoL is on mobile, different game. It's called Wild Rift. It uses the same intellectual property, but it has different balancing, different, like, in some cases, different abilities. Yeah, I'm not really interested. Not to hate on it if people enjoy it, but Trista's OP with those jumps. Trista is definitely one of the strongest ADCs right now. But yes, I am going to do a Rakarth campaign, so sorry I've been kind of out of it. I am going to start doing that again, though. I think there's a Rakarth campaign, and then some people had mentioned another Skaven and a couple other things, but I had tried to do some content a few weeks ago, but I just kept losing. I was trying to do this Kimwar campaign, and I probably tried to get some episodes for like 10 hours, but I was just being too greedy with it. But yeah, I will do. I will start doing that again. It's just been kind of hard to balance everything I've been trying to do.
Has destroyed a turret.
What's up, Ben? Yeah, I don't know. It could be that there just haven't been as many popular like heavyweight stuff. I haven't really kept up with heavyweight stuff since like Tyson in the 90s. Tyson was just like so popular, just an iconic figure. It was like the Michael Jordan of the 90s for boxing. Just sport. I feel like sports in general were really at kind of a high in the 90s. I mean, maybe that was like my childhood, so it's hard to say. Maybe I was just paying attention. But it feels like there wasn't as much competition from other things for your attention. Like, everybody was watching the game, you know, versus now it's like, well, some people are going to watch the game and some people are going to watch one of the million other things you could be watching, you know, at any given time. TF. Maybe I should have done Mercs. I underestimated TF. I don't think TF is used his all game hardly. Dude, where the fuck is our team? Okay, Triss got a kill. That was so weird. But yeah, it's like everybody was watching sports, and so these sports like superstars. I mean, you had some really good like iconic players too, right? Jordan, Tyson, stuff like that. Are really iconic athletes, I should say. There probably are still some, but it feels like sports in general maybe has just more competition. But I don't know. Maybe it's just I personally haven't been watching as much. Not that I'm against it, but because I'm watching other stuff. And I just don't have as many friends that hang out and watch it as much, right? Oh my god, are we gonna be able to get a dragon? Maybe I just need to work on my back timings and just making sure that I get these dragons. I pressed the wrong thing. Didn't mean to camera lock there. Damn it, guys. Living the pipe dream of being able to actually get a dragon. Imagine being able to get a dragon in a game of League of Legends. Really? They have that warded? Yeah, I'd say not. I'd say Warwick's probably not super happy with what's going on here. I mean, Rakan's just pretty good against almost anything that's melee. Rakan's just good against pretty much anything. If you're good on him. I mean, it's really almost everything's a skill check. We really need Trendamere. Trendamere does have his ult.
How do the Star Guardians see anything? Their sparkles are so darn sparkly. Safe is for nerds. I do danger.
Yeah, that was a good fight. This is a good game so far. Hopefully, we can actually convert. Okay, Triss is working mid.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Damn, Shin still had his ult.
Self-control is I choose fun. Time to face darkness and hotness.
Mana! Oh my god. I think we're gonna get them all though, right? Yeah, chicken her. That little that animation's so funny, the chicken on it. And the clucking noise as the taunt. Or whatever it is. You know, I like how the game had a lot more humor early on. There is still some occasionally, but a lot of the stuff is like this cool, you know, suave looking or edgelord stuff. Like there's just not as many, I feel like, just outright just silliness types of things. And you see that, I think, with smaller projects too. They're much more willing to do kind of silly stuff and not take themselves too seriously. Which I don't, you know, I like the edgelord, the cool stuff too sometimes, but I do kind of miss some of the just goofiness from season 1, where there really wasn't like a clear design. It was just these champions fighting each other. There were some aspects of like storytelling to it, but it wasn't really like super lore driven. You just have random stuff like Rammus, you know, in the game saying yep, you know, just to kind of meme on voice lines, I guess. And character development. Yeah, I mean, Warwick is good, but it doesn't get any easier against Rakan. He gets good items too. This is dangerous. They do have a lot of CC, so I do have to kind of be a little careful, but... Boys. I didn't even hear the TF thing. Come on, why is nobody here? Alright, as soon as that gold card goes down, I think we can go. Okay, well that should be Baron. What? Did they? Oh, we already got Baron. Okay. Oops. Kind of forgot we already had Baron. That's alright. The original trash can trundle. Yeah, that was funny. Hey, Vanakin and Jay, were you guys wanting to do BWL? Or not? Yeah, you guys want to just run in and do some BWL after stream? BRD. I know Black Falcon said he was maybe interested in doing it. I'm 52, but I've got some decent gear. And I think that Falcon is, what, like, almost 60 or something. It'd be fun to pug and do, like, I don't know. I want to do the attunements. I want to see if I can at least step into, like, some of the early raids just for fun. I probably could not get into AQ 40 unless it's... I just get, like, every drop that I need or something. And then there's a pug. I haven't seen that many pugs for AQ 40. With a pug, you'd probably have to have the nature resist. But yeah, maybe we can clear some stuff. I think if we have a geared out enough group, I may not need the fire resist for Molten Core or BWL. If I have to get the resist gear, I don't know if that's going to be worth it, unless it's like really cheap on the AH, but I think the ingredients are kind of expensive for some of those things. I was telling Falcon earlier, it'd be really nice if I could get a 3-piece tier 2. That's ambitious before it goes, but it has a the passive is 15% of your mana regen continues while casting, which is massive. So that would actually be pretty huge for power leveling dungeons and things. If I could get the staff out of Molten Core, that would be cool too. Only other priests are probably going to want to roll on that. Well, they're the only ones that can. And that's a pretty decent item. Like, I don't remember if it's as good as the... I'd have to look to see if it's better than the PvP. Like, Mace plus the Alterite Valley offhand. But the AV offhand requires Exalted with AV. And I don't know how many games of AV that is, but that's probably a hell of a lot of games of AV. So... Like, the PvP gear is okay on Priest, but it's a lot better on, like, tanks, I think. Or even, like, melee DPS for the weapons, at least. And tanks because, you know, a lot of PvP gear also has high stamina on it. So, it makes a lot of sense in those situations. But like the ZG trinkets, I think there are 2 trinkets that are extremely good off of ZG. One of them is just this generic, like, increases your healing a ton, and then there's another one where, like, you activate it and your greater heal is like 40% faster or something for 15 seconds and costs 5% less mana, which I've heard is one of the best throughput trinkets if there's a fight where your tank's just going to get blasted at a certain point. And mana is not an issue. Then that's maybe even into, if it doesn't get nerfed, maybe even into TBC, that'd be a useful trinket to have on hand for certain fights. Okay, High Warlord's Battle Mace is 134 healing with 6 mana per 5 back. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 134. I think the staff is, but I don't remember the spirit on the staff. Let me. Because when I was like a warlock back in the day, what do I even... I don't know. They're picking Hecarim. Kha'Zix is banned, so... like, the stats really didn't... I didn't care that much about the stats. I just wanted just the raw spell power. And, like, to hit. Hit was very good, but, like, as far as... like spirit, and usually staves have, you know, just better like spirit, intellect, that those types of stats on it than a combination of offhand plus one-hander. But it was almost always like the one-hander plus offhand was just better for like warlocks. But for priests, the spirit is pretty good. So benediction is good, but it looks like it's only 106 healing. And that mace one-handed is like 134. And benediction only has 12 spirit on it, so it's not even that much spirit. So benediction's cool, but it looks like the PvP weapon is probably better. PvP plus the Alterac Valley one is definitely better. I think the Alterac Valley offhand, Lay of the Lifegiver, is like 75 healing. So those items combine like 200 plus healing. Which is pretty good. I mean, I guess benediction is only tier 4. I just gotta get Atiesh. No problem. Let me join a pug group and soft reserve Atiesh. Yo, I get all the fragments for that, boys. I know I'm like eye level 57, but hook it up. Okay, let me catch up here. Hey, thanks, Nuru. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Everything you said, pretty much. What is... I guess I was banned Gwen. Hires company for new lunar module design and Mars vehicle. Huh, I haven't kept up with that. It's cool. I mean, I'm all for space stuff. Hey, what's up, Bosworth? Yeah, I remember seeing you in game. What's up, buddy? We won the last game, which is cool. I am going to start streaming some WoW once, if we... you know, like raids, I'll stream that, and maybe even some Battlegrounds. I might stream some WoW too, and definitely once TBC drops. Right now, I just pretty much stream League, but good to see you, man. Oh, Nuru's also from WoW. Cool, man. Welcome. But yeah, I'm just trying to plot out, like, what do I want to try to pick up. Some ZG stuff is pretty low-hanging fruit. I think I should definitely be able to pug some ZG and maybe pick up some things. I mean, if we get enough people that are geared up, obviously I'd love to do a guild run if we can get enough people fast enough. Where were you when the failure teacher space shuttle thing happened in 1985? I don't remember that. Was that the Challenger thing or was that a different thing? Too young. Yeah, I'd say Rakan would be what most people... I've been learning, working on some other stuff, but yeah, he's my most played for a long time. I've been trying to learn some Thresh recently. I think I've been playing okay on him. I can obviously optimize some stuff, but I think it's been okay. I guess I can just do Rakan if we're really trying to win here. I mean, Thresh is very good against Leona, but Rakan's better against Kayn. Just so I can, especially if he goes blue Kayn, just so I can help protect people. Oh, cool, man. Word of mouth. I like this. Spreading. Yeah, it's a very chill, cool guild. I'm definitely open for suggestions. You know, people... Oh, they're... Okay, Victor's AP. They're almost all AD, though. I think it's fine. But yeah, I'm definitely open. Yeah, so I'm a support main. Yeah, if you're brand new to the channel, I'm a support main. Highest I've been is D3. I was D3 last season. Obviously not there this season. Hit a couple of speed bumps. So right now I think we're Platinum 4 right now. We got as high as Platinum 1, but we had a really rough couple of weeks. Pretty much since I started playing WoW. So I don't know, maybe it's just I'm running on low sleep or I'm just not playing as many games, so I'm just rustier. Also I've just been trying other champs as well. But yeah, not having a stellar season in terms of ranking so far, but I think we'll get back there. We kind of go through some phases.
Riku.
Yeah, hit me up. Just message me. Like I said, as many people as want to come in can come in, but we're not sure about kind of the raid situation for TBC. Obviously, we'll see who stays, who levels up, you know, and who can like make the raid times and stuff like that. So, you know, the raid stuff is still kind of in flux, but just hanging out with the guild, having a good time is great, and I'd say there's still a pretty good chance that we'll have some raid spots. Yeah, have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Used to be a square. Then I embraced the darkness. Woohoo!
But yeah, just growing out a good base of people. I think it's nice just to have some, you know, just have a crew of people that are cool and chill, you know, while you're leveling, or that can help you out doing dungeons and quests, and maybe, you know, you can get some raids in there too. But
I do what I want. No star.
yeah, it is frustrating for sure. I'm kind of in the same boat right now. I mean, I'm not taking a break. I stream League every day. It's just part of my job. It's one of my jobs, basically, for the channel. If you're newer, also, we're kind of in a lull in viewership. I don't know what happened with YouTube's algorithm back in September. We just got whacked, but we had been getting 500 plus concurrent viewers all last year on the stream, and then it was just like all of a sudden over the course of like a few days it dropped to like 80, and then just kind of stayed there, and it's gone down a little bit. So we'll see. But I've been running a channel for this channel since very late 2016. So had some people that come and go. I haven't really put a lot of effort into doing a lot of other content other than just the stream since I've been trying to catch up in WoW, but I am going to start doing more guides and things like that. I used to do a lot more of that, so. The numbers are a little disheartening sometimes. Like, well, I could do this guide. There's going to be 200 people that look at it, or I could go to sleep, you know, or something sometimes. I am a university educator too, so I am a professor of sorts, a lecturer. But I teach mostly freshmen, like freshman research and writing. Okay, they healed. But to say, hopefully Lucian didn't heal. No, they healed. So that's why sometimes I'm kind of busy and have weird hours. I also do have a wife and a daughter. Wow. She could have flashed and killed me. Maybe she didn't have her Q available. She could have flashed and killed me and probably gotten out. I think she was just hoping she could E and get me. But yeah, so I'm happy to answer, you know, anything about school, writing, research, whatever I can field. And just a lot of kind of general questions about stuff. The decent chance I'll have something to say about it.
Forget my name, just call for the Lord of Darkness. Prince of Evil.
Oh, nice. Oh, are you like a rigger or something, or a foreman? You say you work in the oil patch.
Because I'm free and I am.
I'm not entirely sure what that means, but it sounds cool. I heard you make a lot of money doing that, like setting up oil rigs or managing them or whatever, but it can be a pretty dangerous job. Hey, thanks, Tail Red. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we're getting back in there. Oh, you mean going more my way? You mean in terms of like viewers, what I just talked about? Yeah, if you were on last year and you're just like, when we had like 700 people or something on, and now you're on this year, you're probably like, what the hell? I don't know how many we have right now. It's probably like 40 or 50. You're probably like, what the hell? But no, it's fine. I mean, it is what it is.
Dancing between the rules.
The chat is about as conversational as it always was. We had a bunch of, which is fine, like lurkers and stuff like that. It's fine, but it still has a very lively vibe to the channel, I think. Still a decent chunk of people chatting most of the time, and cool thing about kind of a smaller channel too is like I can actually read most of what people say in chat and usually keep up with it unless it's really really flying and I'm in like a tough game. So that is nice that you can feel like you're actually having a conversation with me instead of one of those bigger chats where, you know, it's just like flying through 100 messages a second and there's no way in hell the content creator can ever read all that.
An enemy has been slain.
Come here! Holy shit. That dude's trolling. I almost died off of that. That's like the one thing that'll trigger a Rakan player more than anything. It's like step out of range so they can't jump. You haul sand. Okay, cool. Dude, some of these more like blue collar jobs, man, they make some serious money. Like Jesus, I'm in the wrong industry. It's hard work though. I get to hang out and just chat with people in an air-conditioned room about, you know, research methods or, you know, stuff like that. Whereas, you know, a lot of these things are obviously much more labor-intensive. Wow, I can't believe Ezreal, did he E forward? I'm really surprised that worked against Ezreal. I thought maybe we'd kill the Leona, but... Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, gameplay and viewership-wise, it's been kind of rough lately. Yeah, it has. We got up to like 3,000 was our all-time max, and we cracked 1,000 probably at least a half a dozen times, so... But yeah, I agree. I just haven't played well the last 2 weeks. We were Platinum 1 probably a month and a half ago. This season. Obviously, we were Diamond in the preseason before the reset. But, yeah, we'll get it back. So much of it's just focus. If I just focus hard and just play a lot of Rakan, I think we'd get back to Diamond within a month. I do like doing the variety. I know people like to see champions other than Rakan. If you're gonna one-trick something, though, Rakan's one of the better ones, I think, for entertainment, just because he is a playmaker. You know, he's fun. But it is nice to throw in, like, try to get a little Thresh in there. I had a lot of success on Maokai earlier, but not as much recently. I just feel like Rakan's just kind of always good. If you're good on Rakan, he's always good. I really need that level 6 there.
Shut down.
Safe is for nerds. I do danger.
They're full health. would have been nice if I could use my charge. I know, man, but I need to...
I only believe in myself. And Saya.
Maybe she goes once Ezreal shows up. That was a little risky going for the Ezreal also. I knew Ezreal didn't have ult also because he used it to kill the person in the river. But yeah, that's really powerful a lot of times. Just stay out of vision, just wait. You know? And you can just get a lot of plays there. Like, I wasn't really losing out on a lot of experience. Yeah, maybe we lost out on a little chip damage on the tower, but people almost always go for that. We got our flash too. Just don't reveal yourself unless you have to. I think just playing around vision is such a huge thing. Locking out their vision and just looking for opportunities. It's just like anything, right? Just like almost any game, just anything. In real life, it's all about the intel. If you have better intel, you're usually going to outperform somebody else. Are we... We could have dove that, maybe. But Nunu's just kind of getting the... Ooh, okay. If I had ult, he was 100% dead right there. We don't have a cannon on this wave. Is he waiting to go?
Self-control is for starters. I choose fun.
Yeah, Maokai's not as much fun for people to watch, I think, because he's just kind of a point click, but he is strong. But I did have a really good win rate on him for a little while there. Maybe we should just buy, man. I don't know.
Legions of Darkness need a break.
If you're wondering, those minions don't stop me because I have a shield. My passive shield was up.
Let's start a fight.
You have to actually take physical damage, or not physical, but you have to take actual damage on your health bar to stop your back. So if you have a shield and something damages you, that doesn't count as damage as far as like stopping backs. Boys, why though? You just wait. Nice. Rakan to the rescue. He wears a cape.
World's gonna burn.
Some people don't like Rakan too because he's like chatty. He just talks a lot, but I don't know. I like him. I think he's funny. He was one where, like, on release, he was probably one of my worst calls of all time. I think I usually make some pretty good calls about, like, champions power level and things like that. Like, I'm pretty in the ballpark, but I thought Rakan really wasn't going to be that good on release. And he was, like, super broken on release. And he still was pretty good, even after a billion nerfs. You really have to play him, or, like, play against a decent Rakan. Shit, no! No! If I could have just hit the W. If I could have just hit the whoa. The kids would say. He whips people with his cape, yeah.
I love evil.
think he has like a weaponized cape. These are like some kind of feathers or something. I don't know, but yeah, it does look like he's whipping people with his cape. Like Zaya throws feathers, they like these feathers out of her cape. Reminds me of like this transformed Archangel or something from the Marvel comics. I'm not like
It's not that I completely lost
super up on a lot of that stuff, but I remember just from the cartoon from like the 90s where
An ally has been slain.
bad because I'm free, and I am free because I'm bad.
I've only played Shurelya's I think like one game or something. It felt pretty good.
Dancing between the roots.
Yeah, we do need to play for these dragons for sure.
Life is way more fun when you give up the rules. Starshine, sweet.
I don't know where Leona is though.
An ally has been slain. Has destroyed a turret.
Enjoy your life while it lasts.
Can we get more on this? Maybe. We can get like half of it? What? Yeah, probably about half.
Universe is a mess, and I like it. I'm gonna go stare in the mirror. It's daily affirmation time, everyone.
Brace thyself.
Most good guys just kill themselves. Woohoo! I feel a fight coming. I dance to the beat.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Where is everybody? Like, we need... Where are they going? Oh, they have... Okay, they have it worded.
Safe is for nerds.
I have like 2,000 gold.
An
darkness need a break. Darkness is too hot. Used to be a square. Then I embraced the darkness. Woohoo! If you forget my name, just call for the Lord of Darkness. Prestige, Emperor.
Dude, I have to back. I have to back. Got like 1.5 items here.
I do what I want. No Star Guardian can say the same.
I don't know. Maybe I should have gone Locket on this one. Like, Locket is very good against Kane and Victor, but Australia is pretty good too.
Self-control is Star Wars. I treat it fun. I don't apologize. Doing my thing. Boring, Miku. Let's start.
Damn.
Moving it along.
God, Victor had like no HP. What do you mean forcing so hard? Like, the Kane was dead. I mean, I guess Silas maybe forced that a little bit, but I mean, it was a 4v5. They're gonna get that. I can't hold that.
Being bad just feels so good.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Hey, thanks, Tail. Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I've had a couple of good games here. Getting back on track for sure.
I love you. Evil love me.
Okay, we got his flash.
Evil never looked so hot.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Perfection doesn't exist. It's my hair. Most good guys are just kidding themselves.
Nice, congrats, Gamoy. I know you've been working hard on it.
Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. Has destroyed a turret.
I didn't know if he still had flash or not. I know he flashed a while ago, like in the jungle, but I couldn't remember the exact timer, so I just was like, whatever, I'll just ignite him. In case he has flash, or Leona locking it at the last second, or, you know, something like that. Okay.
Victory!
Shield stop you from being... I think that's always been a thing. Yeah. That's why it can seem a little frustrating when there's, like, minions hitting someone that Janna shields at the last second, or even if you hit them, someone that Janna shields, or Lulu shields, or whatever. But it comes up with Rakan a lot if you back in, like, that case where, like, a couple of minions, the bush was warded, they roll up, and they hit you with a couple of shots, and it doesn't stop you. I mean, that's not that unusual. Like, the on-hit, if you complete Muramana, is not, like... I agree, like, tier easy's not... But, I mean, dude's 0-10. Like, there's... He's got bigger problems than, you know, spending 350 gold on tier. It's not completely ridiculous. Anyways, I gotta get up and walk around some more or something, man. Or it's like sit a little different. My leg is kind of feeling a little weird. But anyways, okay. Well, that's gonna be it for tonight. Sorry, it's a bit of a shorter stream. I got a little bit of a late start, but I'm gonna try to, you know, get going around 11:30 p.m. again, and then see if we can go till 2:30 or 3 is what we try to aim for. But anyways, that's going to be it. Thank y'all very much. As always, I appreciate it. I'll see if I can get that tier list out tomorrow for you.